Hi guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to work on a couple portulacaria afra lilliput trees. If you're not familiar with the lilliput variety, it's just like the normal portulacaria, but with a lot smaller leaves. So care is the same, watering, pruning, all that good stuff. So today, like I said, we're going to work on a couple of them. This first one up is one that's the trunk was originally wired like in a corkscrew, so it comes up here and then it kind of starts corkscrewing, comes to the back and then back to the front, which I kind of like, but you can tell it's definitely got overgrown here, so we need to just take some of these shoots back, kind of see if we can get some pads going and all that good stuff. So let's just go ahead and get started in on the pruning and see. And I had this little tag in here just to designate what I thought was the front of the tree when I pruned it last, just so I wouldn't lose sight of that. Sometimes you kind of forget, or at least I do. I've got a lot of trees and sometimes it's several months in between prunings and I kind of forget what I was thinking the last time I did it. So this just reminds me that I was thinking this was the front. So, and I think that's still going to be the case. But I've got these branches here that are kind of growing straight at me and kind of close to the main trunk. So I'm just going to thin some of those out. And then I think take some of the length off over here. Because I kind of want, a left branch, bottom branch, and then a right branch, and then come back over here with some other left branches, and then kind of keep it going. But I've got some wire on here, kind of holding some of these in place. This one's shooting straight up into that, so I think we can take that down just to open that up in there. And let's see what we got here. This is coming way from the top, so it got really aggressive. Take that back, take these back. Oops, took my little pagoda over. I'll put him back when I'm done. Okay. And then this branch over here, it's way too long. So I think I was letting it grow just to thicken it up, and it's kind of thick now. It's as thick as this one below it, which is good. So I think we can bring some of the length back, and that'll gradually start springing back up. But if not, we can get some wire on him and help hold it up. So my goal, my vision is kind of let it come out here like that. So like I said, I've got a nice bottom branch to the left and then a second branch up here. And I've got some stuff shooting out towards the back that can kind of fill in for back branches. Just take some of the length off for now. Take some of these off. I'm trying to remember what this looked like last time I pruned it, but I think some of these shoots are really taken off. They've grown 3 or 4 inches. I don't think I need this one coming out towards the front. Just going to clean that off a little bit. I think we'll clean these off, make them a little shorter, let those branch out. Starting to look a little better. I think anyway. It's getting a little more structure to it. Yeah, so I've got these little air spaces, little pads, negative space, whatever you want to call it, just to add more interest to the tree. And I had this little hook here, kind of a guy wire. I'm going to take that off to see what it's doing now. Because I was trying to hold that back branch up, and it looks like it's staying. So I think I'll leave that wire off. But I do have, let's see, let me go ahead and get rid of this little piece. But I do have this other branch here that is growing out towards the back. It might be a better option for this one. So I'm going to let this continue to grow. Since it's coming farther, straighter out, I won't have to worry about wiring this up, because actually it comes out of the bottom, and I've just got it bent back to add some depth. So I'm guessing once this branch gets a little bigger, I'll take that one off, and this will become my new kind of back branch off of that branch. So that's what I'm thinking anyway. But I think for now, looking at it from the front, all that kind of stays, looks like one pad. So I'm just going to leave that there. I think I might take this back just a little bit shorter. Yeah, it's not bad. Got some wire back here on this branch, just kind of see if I can reposition that just a little bit, because it's leaning a little bit to the left, but I could also fix that on a repot. But yeah, it's not, about there's the front, so it's a little sideways in the pot. I'm thinking something like that would be a good front. But this is still a work in progress and far from finished, but I think we got a good start. So we'll give you a quick spin around on this one. There's the front, there's the left side, there's the back, and the right side, and back to the front. So let me get the next tree up. So this next one is also a portulacaria afra lilliput. And it's got kind of an informal upright. The trunk's kind of curved. We've got this first left branch over here, which is a nice pad, and then kind of rounded off. And I originally had this piece over here. It was really long. It came way out to here, and it was kind of off balanced, which I kind of liked. But I thought it might look better as more of a, like I said, like an informal upright with kind of a balanced canopy on it instead of shooting way off to the right. So that's, last time I pruned it, I cut a couple inches of that length off. And I still think I like it, but we'll get it cleaned up here today and see if I still want to go with that plan. Yeah, I really like these lilliputs. They grow pretty fast, just like the regular variety, but they just stay smaller, and you can keep the tree smaller and still develop these nice dense pads. Look at all these leaves on on that pad right there. I mean, there's tons of them in there. So that's what I like about these guys. You keep pruning on them and they just keep branching out and get these nice tight foliage pads. And it's really growing well. I've got all my trees outside now. I know I keep mentioning it, but some people don't realize where I'm at. And I'm in Texas, and we're a growing zone 8B. So my trees have been out for about a month, and they just really respond to the warm temperatures and sunshine all day long. So because some of my trees kind of go semi-dormant in the wintertime. They kind of turn, some of the leaves turn yellow, they fall off, and just not super happy. But I tell you what, as soon as I get them back outside, they really spring to life and start popping a lot of new growth. Everything turns green again, and happy times. But I can see we've got a little bit of imbalance going on the way this is sitting on the bench. More sun is hitting the front, which is over here. As you can kind of see, it's definitely heavier in the front, so I need to flip it around on my bench when I put it back out there. Just to keep it all balanced. And then eventually, you know, I could probably end up with another pad layer kind of in here. Don't quite think we're ready for that yet, but you can kind of see some openings in there, so it's close. We are close. By the end of summer, I think this thing will be really developed and looking pretty good. But it's not too shabby right now. Okay, I think that's just about gonna do it. I like it. I like the equal canopy, I think, better than that long ski slope thing I had going on there before. I think so. But it's funny how some of my trees change over time. You know, they start growing branches and kind of have a different vision as I go. But right now I'm liking the look of that, and I think we'll stay with this design for now. Yeah, see, like you can see there, I've got potential for, you know, if I can open this up, you know, we can have another kind of pad. See if I can just use my chopstick and kind of hold that down so you can kind of see what I'm seeing here. But yeah, if I do something like that, just to create that other layer in it, I think that'll be nice. But not quite ready, like I said, today, but we'll get there. Just going to keep after the pruning on this. That's going to be the key to being able to do something like that. Keep all these inner nodes really short and tight against each other, where I can start opening some of that stuff up like that. Yep. Okay. I think that'll do that one. So let me give you a quick spin around. There's the front. There's the left side. There's the back. Right side. And back to the front. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.